We're going to talk about career diversity now. How many of us have tasted Doman foods? The donuts? Hey, he's here. If you don't raise your hand, maybe he has something for you. Sure. And we know that career journeys don't always follow a straight line. And that's where the real learning begins. This morning, when I was trying to read up a few things, I saw something on the internet that spoke about a myth. And that myth said that grown ups don't know it all. And I think that's true. All these people seated here who are working in different capacities, they don't know it all. We don't have it all figured out. We all started as you in school. So Kofigah is going to share with us. He's the CEO, Kofigah, Francis Kofigah, someone I know as well. He says I should keep it short, so I'll try. He's the CEO of Doman Fruits. And they call themselves the purveyors of the most amazing donuts to hit the Ghanaian market. Francis is an adventure-seeking person with a vision to make a global impact, and that is to raise 1 million millionaires. Now we're inviting him today to speak about unexpected paths and also creating opportunities. He's also very practical and insightful. That's his approach to teaching, and has earned himself a reputation as a trusted and effective mentor. With a round of applause, shall we welcome Francis Kofigah.
Good morning. I think I get what Wendy was saying about the energy. There's a gentleman standing outside the gate. He's selling, like, what do you call it, snacks and things like that. He's hoping one day somebody will drive by, give him $1 million, and then you become rich, and then you stop selling that thing. But you are here, everything is going on fine for you. You've eaten breakfast, Nestle, ACCA. Now, I want you to say the good morning because you feel you are special. Good morning. Wendy, I think we can close. Therefore, I know. Please, how are you? So, just like she was describing, my name is Francis Kofigah. I am a multifaceted entrepreneur, but the one that most people know is the donuts, because that's the one that they chop. Aside the donuts, I have a telecom company. I have, we are trying to enter the oil, but it is so hard. But we'll go there. We'll go there. This morning, is my slides up? I'm waiting for the slides to come up. This morning, I have 4 stories to talk about, and then I will go and take my seat. In 2007, I completed Ghana's best secondary school. Everybody knows it, so I won't say it. Even Joyce knows it. Please, who knows it? Who knows it? Who knows it? Oh, you know it. Ghana's best secondary school. It's in Accra. It's just at the back over here. Aha! You see, when I said everybody were here, that's because we are the best. Yes. So I was just like almost everybody sitting here. After school, what next? All right. When we were filling the forms, I think I bought 3 forms: Tech, UCC, and KNUST. And my dad asked me, "So what are you going to do in school?" And I said, "I want to be a scientist." He said, "What does it mean?" I said, "I want to wear white lab coat, and we'll be mixing chemicals." He said, "For what?" He said, "That's what I want to do." So I chose physics in the science column, because our chemistry teacher, Charlie, all the chemistry he taught us, even till now, I still don't remember some of them. But I chose physics first, then I chose computer engineering, then I chose electrical engineering, and then electronics engineering. I was hoping that I would not get the first choice and get a second choice. When the forms came in, when the admission came in, I got physics. Then I went to school. First day, they asked, "What do you want to be in future?" I heard people saying things like, "I want to be an astronaut. I want to work at NASA." And then it got to my turn. Then they said, "What do you want to be in future?" I said, "If you learn physics, you get a physics teacher." So I want to be a physics teacher. Everybody in the class laughed. Sorry. Deep down, I knew something was missing because I don't like talking. I don't like, every day you take your bag, go and sit in front of teach. I felt it was mundane. So I didn't want to be a teacher. The 4 years in school, I didn't know what to do. I always thought I'd end up being a teacher, and I hated it. But final year, just like this program we're having, a group came to my school, that's KNUST, and they were doing a similar program like this, career building, future aspirations, and things like that. And they said, if you want to learn software development and graphic design and building your own company and things like that, you can apply. So I applied. Out of 620 something people that applied, they only chose 20, and I was one of them. That is not the beautiful part. The beautiful part of the story is this. I came from a house where we didn't have anything. In fact, we had something, and then all the something left away. And so now we are being sponsored. I get to go and do my national service in a place where a white man sponsored it. Let me use white man sponsored it. They give us free accommodation, free laptop, free internet, free food, free lunch, breakfast, even supper to take home. Literally training, everything was free. And we had opportunity to network with industry players, CEO of, several of them. They all came in. But this is where things got interesting. The end of the program was that you get funding to start your own business. My team didn't get the funding. They didn't give us anything. They said that our idea was too futuristic. We are too smart. So we should go and bootstrap. You know what bootstrap means? Like, do the thing yourself. Don't give you funding. Go and use your own money. Then we entered into a side competition. It wasn't even the main thing. It was a side competition. And we came second place. Then the guy who pitched went to see one of the organizers, just like a program like this. Went to see one of the organizers and said, "We were second place, but we want to actually develop the solution for you." And that was UNICEF. And UNICEF said, "Oh, okay, you guys are, okay, I remember you." 2 weeks later, they sent an email. They said we should send a proposal. And then, long story short, we built the application. When we built it for them, in fact, till date, I'm still maintaining the application. 2014 till now, I'm still maintaining the application features and things like that. But the money we made, the first amount of money, I didn't know what to do with the money. I'm telling the story so that when you have to answer the question, what do you want to do? I know it's not simple. And it wasn't simple for me as well. In fact, it still isn't simple for me. But life happens. Things go on, and the decisions you take is a collection of several factors: your environment, the people you know, the friends you have, everything surrounding you. So we built the app. We made some money. I didn't know what to do with the money. I met this lady that was struggling to sell her donuts. And I said, "Okay, you know what? We'll buy the donut from you. We will resell it. We'll brand it. We'll package. We'll do all the things. And then today I'm selling donuts." Then the money from the donuts, now, like I said, we went into tech. We are trying to go into oil. But I started from physics. Right. Selling donuts, we got to a point where every month we were making the same amount of money. If you are into business, I'm sure you may have gotten there, because I learned that a lot of people are in that phase. you get to a point where all the money that comes to you, we call it revenue, right? Please, you know what revenue is. Please, if you don't know what revenue is, meet Madam Gloria. Madam Gloria will teach you what revenue is. She's from Deloitte. When you get there, revenue is all the money that comes from the customers, right? Your revenue gets to a point where it doesn't grow again. If it is like 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, or maybe millions, your revenue doesn't grow, and it's because you have exhausted all your channels or your sales channels. However, you are getting, maybe you have 2 or 3 clients, and they are all paying a certain.
Are we okay? So you should know the time that is allocated for the risk.
All right. You're making the same amount of money. We call it MRR, monthly recurring revenue. So you get to that point, and my partners at that time were angry with me that, Francis, the business not growing. We need to do something about it.
I didn't spend up to 5 minutes on it, did I? Did I? Yes. So it tells you that I only need you to be specific with who was impacted.
Are we together?
Who was affected?
Yeah. Yeah. Like
so
when was the of the technology?
Quickly, and then we go. Are we okay?
Hello. Can I continue? Okay, good. What was I? I was talking about the revenue. Revenue wasn't growing. So I started learning, studying, reading, attending conferences, taking courses. I did a lot of things, and I found out that this problem of your revenue getting stuck is, it wasn't just me. A lot of people have it. So guess what? You remember I said I didn't like teaching. With all the knowledge I had consumed, and with us breaking out of that revenue threshold, I started to post online. So I started from LinkedIn. Almost every day, I'll post some business content. I will post the reason why companies were stuck and things like that. And then eventually, I started my own mentorship school. Now I teach. I'm talking about career diversity, right? And the definition that the dictionary gave me, right, is career diversity is not doing many things. It's taking everything you have lived through and turning it into a competitive advantage. I'll say it again. It is not doing many things. Like I said, I'm doing many things. But taking everything you have lived through and turning it into a competitive advantage. I'm not multi-talented, but life trained me to be multi-talented. All I'm trying to pass across to us today is that the journey of tomorrow or the path may not be straightforward like everybody has it. Or, like the way I shared the thing, so he did this one and he did this one. When you're telling the story in backwards, it sounds nice. But the times when we had to make a decision and we didn't know what to do. The times when there was no money in the coffers and we had to make a payment. The times when the deadline was approaching and you don't know what to write. When we didn't have AI, you just say, AI, help me with this one. You had to crack your brain. You go to Google, you search something on Google, and Google doesn't have anything on Africa. Those were the times. I'm not saying it's here now. It may even be more difficult because now you are competing with people who can prompt and they can deceive a lot of people. Right. In fact, I've skipped my slide. Please, next slide. So, first lesson I want to pass today is the concept of drifting. If we are living here to let's say Kumasi, what are the options do we have? What options do we have to go to Kumasi from here? We can go by plane. We can go by bus. We can walk. Thank you. Can we go by ship? We can go by ship. Can we go by train? Not yet. Okay. How many options of cars do we have? VIP, new plan. Which one again? Say again. Trotro. You can get a bicycle. You can go by motor. There are so many vehicles that will take us to, so many vehicles that will take us to Kumasi because we have defined the destination. If you don't define where you are going to, you won't know what vehicle to take. And that is what I learned a little later in life. I wish somebody had told me. My title slide, I said, if I could turn back the hands of time. If somebody had told me that choosing a career path or choosing where you want to go to in life is not simple, but you must be intentional. Decide, like write it down. And this is what my mentor told me. He said, Francis, you've done all these things, you know all these skills. Forget everything. What are you passionate about? If you could do something that they won't pay you, they won't give you money, you are going to do it from morning to evening, what will that thing be? That you are excited about, you can live your life through. He said, write it down. That's number one. Then he said, number two, ask yourself, what are the things you went through in the past when you were a child, your upbringing, your friends you had, and all these things? What would you wish that you had or you knew or you learned when you were going through those things? Write it down. Then the final thing, he said, do you want money? I said, yes, I want money. He said, then the last one should be profit. So passion, purpose, profit. He said these three things, if you were to write one sentence that will cut across all these things, what will it be? And I said, boss, please, unless you show me. He said, okay, fine. Your past was poverty. Your profit is entrepreneurship, AI, marketing, sales. He said, okay, write it down. Then the final one is you want to make money. How much money do you want to make? He said, oh, plenty money. He said, no, put a figure there. How much money do you want to make? What's your living expenses? How many children do you have? What's their school fees? What's your rent? What's your car fuel consumption per month? Write everything down. Don't say I want plenty money. Write I want 1,286,312 per month. Write it down. Then now one sentence. Because I came from a poverty background, I want to use my entrepreneurship passion, my passion in entrepreneurship, marketing, sales, AI, technology, teaching others to make 1,200,000 a month. Does it make sense? That is being intentional, not drifting. Drifting is my tree is very interesting, so nothing baba actually we go some. Right? Nothing, you don't have any goal. If you have somewhere you are going, like I said, you can ask for help. Like after here, we may interact with a few people and you ask, oh, what do you want to do in life? If I get 2,000 cedis a month job, in fact, 2,000 cedis a month, I'm sure to some people at some level it makes sense. But to some of us, school fees alone. Are we together? Right, so intentional. Random wins, don't let random wins determine your life. Rather, intentionality, you decide the wind. I know the religious people come and hate me that the wind bloweth where it listeth and no man knoweth where it cometh or where it goeth. Right? But if you don't say that I want to have this and this, I want to get a car by the age of 30, I want to get married over here. If you don't say it and don't decide it, anything will happen. And at 40, you'll still be thinking, when is Mr. Right coming? Okay, intentionality. Let me not stay here too much. Next one, money chases value. Money chases value. And I said, create value first. These are things I wish somebody told me. Like I said, I mean, I've told you my story. I lived through inside. Money chases value. My mentor told me something. He said, income follows assets. And back to Madam Gloria again. Madam Gloria, today I'm on your neck. On your balance sheets, when we talk of assets, usually we are talking of properties, cars, land, all those, including cash. But he said, assets is anything that brings you money or that puts money on the table for you. An asset once, if it can bring money to you, like I said, you can consider it an asset. A car literally takes money away from you because you have to fuel it, you have to maintain it, you have to service it and all that. So it's not really an asset, but to the accountants, they'll tell you that it is an asset. Now, he said, if you have, say, a post on Facebook that advertises your services, in 20 years, if somebody chances on that, will they call you and come and do your service? I said, yes. Then that becomes an asset. So, oh. So, if you are not even sharing your skill set online, that alone, man will not chase you. That makes sense? I am very conservative. I don't like talking of my story. I don't like sharing my past. I don't want anybody to know what's happening to me. I'm doing my thing secret somewhere. Nobody. But after he opened my mind to some of these things, I said, that's why you need a website. I said, okay, franciskofigah.com. I'm going to register it. If you go there, you see plenty of things over there. It's not because I want to look big. Money chases value. Income follows assets. Most of us are students here. We go for lectures. The lecturer, however it is now, I'm not going to school in a while, so please forgive me. Lectures, handouts, notes, assignments. Maybe somebody in the class is struggling. Could that be an advantage for you so that money will follow you? The knowledge that you have gotten from that class, could you actually monetize it so that instead of worrying your parents at home, mommy, send me something. Now, those 2-3 people who are struggling with that same course, you can be teaching them, and then at the end of the month, they'll push you some 500 CDs or 200 CDs. Create value first. Then, this is a Nestle ACCA program, and then we have other organizations here. When you are interacting with these people, including me, right? It's easy to say I'm a computer programmer. I study biology. I study accounting. Think of all the 1,000 applications we have read in our entire journey of people who are doing the same thing. Why should we choose you? I want to know something you have done before. That's where experience comes in. But the experience too, if I'm not employed, how will you get the experience? The answer is in the next slide. Internship, volunteering, networking. Don't stay in your corner and think like you are champion. I thought I knew how to code. I mean, if you give me any app, I will build it for you right now. Then there was a hackathon that was organized, and we attended. I mean, Charlie, I was doing myself big boy. I'm coding for UNICEF. Can you imagine? Then this guy comes, pulls out his laptop, and then the things he's doing, you're like, where did he learn this from? He said, YouTube. Are you sure? But me too, I did the YouTube thing some. He has done the thing over and over again. And so it's much simpler for him than we are looking for a customer to come before we code the thing. What am I saying? If you are going to be different, give your services for free. Give your knowledge for free. Share what you know for free. Somebody will correct you. Somebody will patronize you. Somebody will buy the thing. Somebody would, you would, how would I say it? You make sense when you start speaking or doing the thing, not when you cram the thing in your head. I don't know what I has happened to you before. When you start teaching other people the thing, or whatever it is that you know, you start realizing, that's what he said. That's what he said. It comes by doing, not by learning. Okay, because of time. Learn by failure. Okay, I said that already. Sometimes the fastest way forward is to step backwards. If I wanted to jump from here to, let's say this speaker to this speaker, I could stand here and then try to jump over there, right? Will I get there? Why? Because of physics will tell you momentum and inertia and things like that, all right? But if I went backwards, right, and I run and I jump, maybe I'll make it, or at least I'll get halfway, right? So that's what I meant. Sometimes the fastest way forward is a step backwards. If you want to jump forward, sometimes you need to go backwards. Humility is a shortcut disguised as an advantage, right? Okay, let's block our view. Okay. What I meant by this is you may have to take some odd jobs. You may have to take some things that will be below your pay grade. You may have to become a cleaner somewhere. You may have to, okay. You may have to become a cleaner somewhere. You may have to do errand boy for somebody. You may have to go and sit at front desk with all your master's degree. When we see how good you are, we say, you leave that place, come and become manager. You stop taking this amount of money, we are giving you a car. But it starts from the small failures, the small try and error, the small yes, massa, boss. Learn by failure. Next one, what are you living for? Not what job do you want. This one, it took me years to figure it out. It took me years to figure it out. What are you living for? Not what do you want, but why do you want it? Think the way I'm like I said, the way my mentor helped me out was, what is it in my past when I was a child, when I was growing, that I wish I had that I don't have, right? Like I said, write it down. All those things. Why? What are you living for? When you die, sorry, you won't die. They said that I should not say that when you die. Please, you won't die. You go with the rapture of the church. Assuming you are not here again, assuming you are not on this planet again, you and Elon Musk is on Mars, and you've left us here on planet Earth. What should we remember you for? Should we remember that you were an accountant at company X? Should we remember that you were civil servant in Senate office? What should we remember you for? The things people will remember you for are the impacts that you made in lives of others. It won't come by chance. It will come by being intentional. It will come by being deliberate. Decide it. I want to. When she was reading my profile, I said, I want to make 1 million millionaires. Nobody will put a gun to my head if I don't make 1 million millionaires. I mean, if I don't make 1 million people have 1 million CDs at least in the bank. Nobody put a gun to my head. But I decided it, that I want to raise 1 million millionaires. And so because of that, it decides the things I do. It decides the post I post. It decides the programs I attend. It decides even that I can come and sit here and even speak with you. Because I decided, I chose. It wasn't by I was sleeping on, then Holy Spirit came to tap me. Chema, please, make 1 million millionaires. No, choice. You too can say, I want 1,000 people on the streets to now have their homes. I want 2,000 people to live better lives. And when you say better lives, you need to define what is better life. Sometimes some people's better life is eating kinky and fish, right? But being decided, write something, and it shouldn't just be in your head. It should be I keep saying it. When you write, not type. I didn't say type something. I said write something. When you write with your finger, with your hands, something about the paper, the ink, your hands, the human anatomy, you become at one with the thing. I don't know how it happens. I'm not psychic and mystical, but it does something. Then when you look at it, as far as your eyes can see, right? As far as your eyes can, as you are reading it, it begins to shape your steps. You know that, okay, I will not take a job at this company, not because it is a bad company, but because what I wrote and what I want to do, this one does not align. You can better make decisions when you know what you are living for. An easier way, and I'll be closing with this, is to write it backwards. If you are writing your obituary and you know that you go to heaven, If you're writing your obituary, how would it sound? He lived at, he worked at, or he changed lives. He impacted others. He did this. He did that. This story, this testimony, he volunteered here, he interned here. What will they write? Then you work backwards. If you want them to write that you gave $1 million, what will it take to get $1 million? And when you come and ask me a question, please, how do you get 1 million CDs? Then I can help you. But if you want to say, please, how do I get money? I will say, go and sell chewing gum. I get the difference. If you say, how do I get money? I will say, sell chewing gum. It's money. But if you say, how do I get 1 million? Then I can give you systems. I can give you what it takes to make 1 million in a month. Because that one, I know it. So if you know what you are living for, you can ask the right questions and you can get the right help. Does it make sense? Okay. Hidden costs, hidden crisis, being invisible, talented but unknown, smart but unseen, qualified but unfound, become findable. If you are looking for somebody that can do, say, the thing that you want to do, most likely you will check Google first, right? Right? Most likely you check Google first, or you ask ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude or any of them. When you check Google for your name, what do you see? Is it the pictures of people dancing and shaking their waist? Is that what they will see on Google? What will they see when they Google your name? If you decide what you want, you can change it. Change the, sorry, I'm a little technical, but SEO means search engine optimization. You can optimize how the search engine see you. And the same thing that the AIs are using, ChatGPT and all of them, they are reading information from the internet. What does the internet think you are? Will I find your name, or will I find something about you on the internet? I mean, it doesn't have to be your private life and where you stay and things like that, but some kind of solution that you provide. When I Google it, will I find it? Become intentional like that, right? So, being the solution to being invisible, I said I was going to get the networking, volunteering, internship. You don't know a thing because you've heard it. You know it because you did it and you survived. Every class you take, every course you've taken, every conference you've attended, every seminar you've written down notes, can you just underline one thing that you will do? Like today, underline one thing. Different speakers will speak, different sessions will happen. One, I'm not saying all, one. All the English I'm saying, you may not remember everything. I mean, give or take, by weekend, I am just another memory in your head. But one, I am going to start journaling my life experiences. Fine. I am going to have a personal mission statement. Fine. I am going to apply for internship at Nestle. Fine. One thing and do it. If you do, did I get there? Yes. If you do, if you take me on this challenge, answer this question in reverse. If the future version of you could watch how you are living right now, would they clap or regret? Will you take me on this challenge? Will you take me on this challenge? If the future version of you could watch how you are living right now, would they clap or they regret? Choose one thing and do it. Thank you, and God bless you.
Let's keep clapping for him. Thank you so much, Kofigah.